Right then, this is a quick walk around video for a fabulous Honda Civic. This is a 1.6 SR diesel, 64 plate as you can see here. Car's covered just 59,000 miles. It's in beautiful condition. It's also got this optional front grille on the car, which looks lovely on the car actually. Around the front, lights, lenses, all clear and intact. There's no cracks or condensation there. Bonnet, you can't see a stench of any nose on there at all, but there's bound to be something. Near side, absolutely crisp down the panel work, beautifully smooth. Near side front alloy, excellent condition. Likewise, near side rear. It's just got a really crisp look about this car. It's just been swilled off, not been polished. It looks like it's had an afternoon polishing on it. It's just clean. Back end again. Apologies for that. The camera just got shut off. Offside of the car, again, absolutely lovely. And the wind's picking up as well. It's all going against me. Offside, rear alloy, fantastic. The main panel works absolutely lovely. This is the final alloy. Very, very hard pressed to see a Civic of this vintage in this condition. Come to the back of the car, absolutely cavernous boot. It's been kept really nicely. Coming into the back now, full black leather interior. Unlike so many Civics which have had a really hard life, it's been kept very, very well. Coming on the front and the passenger side, full set of original Honda mats in the car. Passenger seat, again, absolutely fabulous condition. Finally coming to the driver's door card, again, really clean. Footwell areas likewise. Driver's seat, again, great condition for the age. You get a bit of compression on the bolsters as you slide in and out, but that's absolutely normal, but that is much better than you normally see. Inside the car now, engine's running, so the dashboard is illuminated, which is in, again, absolutely superb condition. Sat nav working exactly as it should. Pop the car into reverse with that lovely clear parking camera, and that complements the front and rear parking sensors. Coming on down, see just how nicely this one's been kept. And that is the view you get as a driver of a Honda Civic. The best dash design by a mile in my opinion in this class. Engine's running, there are no warning lights on at all. Pan up there for you. 59,449 miles. That little yellow light you see by the way is just an airbag. There's just gone off because it does a little check for about 30 seconds after you start the car. But all checked and working. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic 1.6 SR diesel. This car's registered at LF64ETR, and with a mileage of just 59,442 recorded. The reason we do the videos, as I always say, especially this bit, the road test section, is just to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of the cars we're selling actually, they get to see that very car in operation. Like lots of people, we've travelled, long distances to go and see a car which looked perfectly good in a photograph or description, but only then to get there and find out it actually had an obvious fault that showed up when you drove the car, which can be really frustrating, of course, if you've driven any kind of distance. We also do the road test on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, with the hope being, of course, it'll be representative of what you feel yourself. If you went on a drive of the car. So coming to the car, being very well looked after, and it feels it as soon as you drive the car. Twist the key, engine starts instantly, settles to a nice smooth even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge running as a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. It is a brilliant diesel engine. It's got all of the strengths that you get from Honda, so with just good regular maintenance they are very reliable, very long lasting. They're also cam chain driven, so there's no cam belt stuff to worry about, but also it's just a lovely engine. It's powerful, it's smooth, it's quiet on the certainly when you're out of cruise. It only, like now, would you really sort of be aware that it was a diesel. Ooh, I'm just going to come back a sec. I say quiet country roads. How about that? Let's pick Piccadilly Circus around here. We don't normally see any cars on test drive, but there we go. Well, hardly any. But yeah, no, the engine's just it's a beauty. It's, you know, it said, you know, you can tell it's a diesel now, but when you're, you know, up in sort of third, fourth, fifth, sixth gear cruising, like now, it's quiet, smooth, keen to respond, very economical. I've owned numerous of these over the years, and even doing driving not really conducive to the best economy, sort of shorter trips like I tend to do. I'd be sort of high 50s, 60, longer trips down to see friends in Dorset or up to the family in North Wales, over 70, and it's eminently achievable without having to drive like a, you know, tickling the throttle along. It's not like that. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, perfect. Bike point exactly where it's meant to be. It's nice and smooth in operation. Gearbox, one of the best you're going to use in any car. Honda always do good gearboxes. It is cable operated like most modern front wheel drive cars, but unlike most modern front wheel drive cars, you actually have a gear lever and gear change that has kind of substance, has, you know, precision to it. It's just when you feel the synchromesh as you engage the gear, the angle of change, the springing between the gears is simply perfection. It's just something you enjoy using rather than feeling so like I've got to change gear. It's a pleasure, and that feels exactly as it would have done when it was new, just zero wear in it from what I can feel. Then we move on to the steering and chassis of the car. First and foremost, there's absolutely no clonks, rattles, anything from the suspension at all. Steering exhibits no vibrations at this speed, or any speed actually up to the legal limit. It also tracks absolutely bullet straight. I always say in pretty much every Civic video, because it is true, that's why I repeat it, it's one of the few cars can actually do two things brilliantly well. So literally, if you just want a Honda Civic to be a comfortable family car, it does that fantastically. The ride is beautifully damped, very comfortable indeed. But for those who enjoy their driving like me, you've got steering which is pinpoint accurate, quick, nicely weighted, and suspension that, while supple when you go through the corners really flat with a keen front end on the car, so it loves changing direction and never feels anything other than completely composed over pretty much every road surface. It's a brilliantly set up car, and in this class, realistically, you know, I can think of the Focus and possibly the Golf would be similar in that sense, you know, well engineered, and, you know, in terms of the setup at least anyway. Brakes on the car, just make sure no one's directly behind me, but they're excellent, they're powerful. What I'm looking for particularly is when you first hit the brakes, shouldn't be any kind of pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, and there's nothing at all. So finally coming inside the car, getting into it, good visibility all around, comfortable seats, but the main part of the interior, as far as I'm concerned, is this wonderful dashboard design. The problem with most modern cars is they're all built off the same boring template. So centre stack, binnacle, and they're just variations on exactly the same thing. You could squint and be in virtually any of them. When you get into this, first of all, you notice how beautifully put together it is. Very well built car. But then you've got something that's actually interesting to look at least in my eyes, you know, because it's not for everybody, completely get that. The most conventional part, not dissimilar to lots of cars, but laid out better than most, is this centre stack here. You've got one of the nicest sat navs you're going to use, dead easy to use, which incorporates DAB radio, hands-free for your telephone as well with Bluetooth, and a CD player and USB. So it's got some good tech for this age of car. Down below that, you've got dual zone climate control systems, so you can have different temperatures on either side, pumping out absolutely ice cold air, so functioning perfectly. If I prod anything, everything has that high quality damped precision feel you get from Honda cars. Beautifully done. Heated seats, driver and passenger seats, again, all working exactly as they should. But my favourite bit will and always will be this two-tier design directly in front of me. So you've got an upper and lower deck in effect. The upper deck
is the stuff you're going to look at most regularly on the road. So Honda don't want you looking down into the car to take that information in, if at all possible. So if you're going to change radio stations, or let's say fan speed there, you get a small display down here, but a much bigger one comes up when I press a button there, so I can see it clearly. But the gauge everyone should be looking at most regularly, of course, is your speed. And I can see that fan coming, but I can see my speed out the corner of my eye. Pedestrians, cyclists, horse riders, you name it. It's brilliant in terms of safety and in use, in all honesty. There's no distractions for it, so it's what I love. Then below that, you've got a more conventional pod of 3 dials, big rev counter in the middle, flanked either side by temperature and fuel gauges. It's a fabulous car, this. Absolutely fabulous, for lots of reasons, but in this particular case, I can't fault it. It drives perfectly.